Good morning, Comstock High School. Today is Thursday, April 20th, and this is Log,
And Dave.
bringing you today's announcements.
Watch out for the word of the day, tatterdemalion, an adjective meaning ragged or disreputable in appearance.
For today's lunches, you'll have a choice of General TSO tofu, sweet and smoky roasted pork loin, barbecue chicken pizza, buffalo chicken wrap, and Italian hoagie.
Sounds wonderful, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does.
And now to weather with Tom.
Supposed to be a high of 71 and a low of 40. Mild winds. Back to you.
Thanks, Tom.
Attention all student government members. Mrs. Nord would like to remind you that STUGO
Stugo.
will have meetings every Wednesday morning until the end of school this year. These meetings are important because we are planning Senior Oscar Night membership for next year and homecoming for next year. Please plan to be at the meetings. Thank you.
Make sure you guys buy your yearbooks, of course, now for $50. If you have any questions, see Ms. Gruder.
Price is not going to change. Any freshman, sophomore, or junior that is interested in being on the Student Lighthouse team for next year, pick up an application in front of the office. This team will be vital in what happens in our school next year, while we learn about the 7 habits of highly effective teens.
Attention seniors, there's only 26 days left until your last day. Keep going strong.
Yes, 26 days. Keep going strong. All seniors interested in going on the Cedar Point trip Thursday, June 1st, be sure to get your permission slip and medical authorization to Mrs. Gruder or Mrs. Adams by May 1st. Remember, the first 54 people to turn them in are guaranteed a spot on the bus.
Happy birthday to nobody.
Absolutely nobody.
Nope.
And now to sports with Parker and Shane.
Comstock's softball team came away with 2 wins last night against Berrien Springs. In Game 1, Comstock scored 2 runs in the 2nd, 3rd, and 5th, and 3 in the 6th to win 9-0. Hits for Comstock were Grace Goslin with a double, Abby House with a double and an RBI, Alyssa Laux with 2 hits and 2 RBIs, Kaylee Gilly with 2 hits and 2 RBIs, Madeline Caswell with a hit, 2 RBIs, along with picking up the win on the mound with 7 strikeouts. Game 2 allowed Berrien Springs to come back twice, but held them off to get the win 7-6. Leading the offense was Abby House with 3 hits and 1 double, and Madeline Caswell with 2 hits and an RBI, getting the win for Game 2 as well.
It was a perfect night for tennis last night as Lake Michigan Catholic stepped onto our courts. Your Lady Colts tennis team soundly defeated them 7-1, improving our record to 3-0 for the first time in many years. Picking up their first varsity wins were Marta Yakovenko and Kalani Baumgartner. Also collecting victories were Taylor Wells, Emily Dotson, Jess Trullabella, Kiera Lovelace, Daisy Ansel, Andrea Berman, Alexis Hofacker, Loriana Sibley, and Audrey Rabick.
Join us in Buchanan Thursday night for another point conference match.
Be there. Logan Tiller continued his dominance on the mound, striking out 7 and holding Berrien Springs to 1 run, and leaving with a lead, but the Colts couldn't hold on as the Shamrocks scored 5 times in their last at-bat for a 6-2 victory. Shane Easter and Tim Thomas drove in those 2 Colt runs. In the second game, Shane Easter struck out 12 and gave up 1 hit over 7 innings, but it took 2 outs, 7th inning heroics to break a tie and win the game 3-2. T.J. Riley drove in the Colts' first 2 runs in the first with a double, but in the 7th, Logan Tiller ripped a 2-out single followed by Jacob Dankert's drive to right and an intentional walk to Shane Easter. An errant pickoff attempt allowed Logan to score the game winner. The Colts travel to Bridgman on Saturday for a non-conference DH starting at noon, which DH means doubleheader, just to let you guys know.
That is very true. The JV baseball team traveled to Berrien Springs Tuesday night. The Colts lost a tough game 2-0. Tanner Clements pitched the first game. The Colts came back in the second game and won 7-2. Sage DeCamp struck out 11. Cole Mullahan scored a run and got 2 hits. Brendan Willis scored a run and had 2 hits, including a double. Attaboy, MVP. And he contributed with 2 RBIs. Noah Jackson added 2 hits and an RBI. The Colts are home on Friday against Galesburg.
Comstock boys golf continued their winning streak and came in with a score of 179, which puts them in first place within the conference. Thomas Newhouse had his best round ever, recording a 39 Monday. MLive has also placed Comstock at 10th in the state for boys golf. It has been many years since Comstock has reached this honor, and the boys are ready to continue their win streak.
Awesome job, Colts, all around. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Parker and Shane.
To all people with an important word that needs to be spread or have any tips for Nation Nolan or the news, talk to any of us here at the WBNC, or please email us at chswbnc@gmail.com.
This has been Log
And Dave.
on the WBNC, the White and Blue News Crew. See you later.